I represent a beauty company for the last 25 years, and we do not see beauty as shallow. Beauty means well-being, it means dignity, it means living in good conditions. We champion women, and we know that a better world for women, it's a better world for all. I mean, there is such a strong connection. It's between feeling good, feeling beautiful, and live in peace. And therefore, I'm a huge fan of the movement you have created together with your team. And I want us, as long as possible, to be your partners. Peace means my opportunity as a mom to make plans for my children. To know that whatever we build together is going to stand the proof of time. That I can easily connect and learn and share with other communities. That there is space for me personally, for my family, for my friends to grow and develop and create value, yes, for humanity and for the world. We tried, first of all, to engage in the concept of women well-being, women empowerment, better world without violence. And we know it's a huge issue with women being victims of domestic violence everywhere around the world, from developing countries to very developed countries. And we took that as a mission almost 30 years ago, and so far we collected more than $80 million. We engaged with more than 30 NGOs around the world. We created campaigns to raise awareness, work with legislators to create a proper legal framework to try to stop this huge disease for humanity. The violence has no place, and especially at home, where women should feel safe to have a good life and raise their children in a safe environment. So we became really huge fighters against domestic violence. We understood that lipstick can never hide a bruised soul. And therefore, they come together. Beauty comes with dignity. And we've created together with our workforce, our millions of representatives around the world, quite a movement against this issue. Their power is unbelievable, many of the times even faster and giving even more compelling support than the institutions that are in every country. These networks of women really act as their own regulators and of their own environment. So they support one another. They know how to read the signs of domestic violence. They would know before anyone else that something is wrong with one of their friends. So they will really put their efforts together, their time, their energy, the financial means to support those in need. I mean, it's important to take these occasions in getting important opinion leaders from around the world and really share their voice, speaking up, really standing out, for beliefs that they have, and especially in our case, it's to speak for peace. And really show to the entire world that we are not afraid. And we want to bring hope that we shall prevail and violence will be a thing of the past. I'm looking back at our history. Humanity will prevail. I just wish it happens faster and we learn our lesson. One needs to look with humility at the disaster and catastrophic impact the violence has had in the past. It's never the answer. There is never a smile post-war on any side. There is always pain. That's not something we want. We want to co-create value. We want to create a better future. It's very difficult to co-create a better future when you go one step forward and 2 steps back. So I say we have an anxiety that it's without precedent, and the division, it's horrible to watch. But we all have a role, businesses, media, opinion leaders, from the big, very big influencers to every woman who has a word to say in her own household. We are asking to reflect once again on the impact of our actions and choose not to be violent. It's not what the role can play, what the role should play. Because businesses are part of communities. They are not some alien entities just transacting with communities. They are an integral part of our ecosystem. So they should really see their role as regulators of our own environment and giving more than just profit to shareholders. That era is gone. People want to see businesses being committed for life, being committed for their communities. And we are part right now, we are in this group of ours, Natura & Co., together with Aesop, The Body Shop, Natura and Avon. We created that pledge of being committed to life and being a best group for the world. We understand our duty of clearly, putting a value to the investments in our business. Yet we equally understand the commitment to our communities and actively act for sustainability, for the climate, to create a better future for our children, yes, and nurture our planet, but as well fight for human rights, for inclusion, for equality, for justice, yes, and for peace. Whenever we create a new product, as an example, from its very conception, we try to understand its end-to-end footprint. Is it going to be climate friendly, usage friendly? When we think about business model, we have in mind what's the value added, what's the life value added for women who share beauty with their friends. And this is coming in financial benefit to give them financial independence, but as well education, access to information, empowerment. So we think holistically from the business model to the products we create on how the value gets to be distributed. So we create a benefit for communities equal with the benefit we add for the business to be sustainable and continue a return on its own investments. How we are going to build a legacy? Not all of us are Michelangelo to leave a legacy that will inspire for thousands of years. Yes, with its artistic and scientific eye. We all want to have our own contribution to humanity, to really live longer through the impact that we've had. Yes, and this is where we feel that we are not used, but actually give a sense. And part of something bigger that hopefully is going to last. And that's the response to the Peace One Day. This is what my people feel when we promote our work together. They feel that they are part of something much bigger. They all feel very intensely, even more intensely nowadays, post these years of pandemic, where every human around the planet had the time to reflect and reposition themselves towards work, towards their own life. How do we bring meaning in everything that we do? Even more so nowadays, our own associates as well, and I hope our audience is asking, okay, what can I do? Yes, what can I do to be able to live something that is more meaningful than everything I've done so far? I know we all can contribute, and we all can do a little bit more. Just give a like. And I think there are still two categories of people out there. People who still believe that in their bubble, they would never be touched by domestic violence, by violence at schools, by violence at the war zone. And therefore, they pretend it's not happening and continue with their own lives. And people who feel torn apart about what is going on, and they see the bigger impact that every little violence everywhere around the world, it means that humanity is ill. humanity is sick. So we are all in this ecosystem to heal it. We are all responsible. And I really hope through Peace One Day, we get to engage all our people in understanding their role to heal ourselves. We are all connected.